So welcome back to my channel, and on Saturday we saw the annual London XL shindigs for wargaming, Salute 51, and it was one of the best ever, I think is my honest opinion. And in the run-up to it, Warlords played a little teaser on us. Elephants. Goodness me. Now, many of us who've been following what Warlords have been doing with the epic scale of miniatures, with the ACW, the Waterloo, and most recently the Pike and Shot, had speculated that there would be a Hail Caesar version next, and many of us thought that it would be Romans, and who were better to go against the Romans than the Carthaginians, and so it appears. So on Saturday, Warlords showcased at their stand at the XL Centre the newest figures for the epic scale. Now remember, these aren't epic scale, they are true 15mm. They're around about 13.5 to 15mm scale. Old school 15mm is what I would describe them. But boy, do these look amazing. Absolutely amazing figures. And did I tell you, they've got elephants. So scheduled for release in July this year, so not very far away at all, is the new epic Hail Caesar. If it's interesting, I thought they might call it Zama, or I don't know, but they've just gone for Epic War Hail Caesar Punic Wars. And the sprues we saw and the models we saw at Salute allowed you to build a Republican Roman force and a Carthaginian force. And they got elephants, did I mention that? So I don't know any wargamer worth their salt who doesn't get excited as heck about seeing war elephants. These are just, and they didn't disappoint. So what we saw on the stand was a series of the sprues painted up. Obviously, they're only test production sprues at the moment, and you've got enough figures there to make up the maniples of the Romans. And talking to one of the sculptors who was on the stand, he said they really wanted to be able to show Romans, particularly the Romans, in a very close-knit formation, very tightly packed, but in sort of, I guess, small but dense formation, which is kind of akin to the maniples formation that you read about. And to do that, they've done them in 3 ranks. Each unit is in 3 ranks, and they've discarded the middle rank. So you go, before you get too excited, basically what they've done is they've sculpted them so closely packed together that there's no need to have the center rank. It's literally just the heads and the shoulders and the edge of the line where you actually see them. And A, that saves a lot of time painting because you don't need to get in there with a brush. But B, it symbolises them being all tightly packed. Now, I was well impressed with this. I thought they looked absolutely fantastic. And I don't like Romans, but even I will be tempted to get my brush on a few Republican Romans because they're the only proper Romans. And they got elephants, did I say that? The Romans don't have elephants, but the Carthaginians do. So yeah, they were absolutely amazing, and the sprues look really clean. I know that they're pre-production; they are, you know, the initial run-throughs of them, but they looked amazingly detailed. And even my biggest problem with the epic Pike and Shot was the fronts of the cavalry were terrible. They'd done the beautiful job on the sides, but the moment you turn them to face you, it just looked like a blob. So it didn't appear on the sprues that they showed at Salute that was the case. They looked like they had actually sculpted the fronts of the models. So that gets a big thumbs up from me. And they got elephants. Did I mention that? The figures themselves are amazing. You've got, it appeared, you have Roman maniples. You had Roman velites, so light infantry, and Roman commanders. You had Roman heavy cavalry, and then in the Carthaginian section, you had Punic heavy infantry, which looked beautiful. They looked like, I mean, really, really nice. Looked like Rome. They looked like Greek hoplites almost, but beautifully done. You had Gallic warriors, and it appeared the front section of Gallic warriors were more heavily armoured. So they had more helmets. It looked like they had mail on, whereas the second and third rankers were much more undressed, shall we say. They didn't have so much armour on, and that I think is fantastic. There were also a number of Numidians, which, you know, if you've read about the period, you'll know that Numidians were a huge resource to the Carthaginians in the period. So really nicely done. The sprues looked very high quality. The sculpting was amazing, and they got elephants. Did I tell you that? They've even got dead elephants on it, on the sprues. So really good. And I thought, when I saw the teaser for the for this range, I fully expected the elephants to be done as sort of add-ons, resins that they would sell separately. Not a bit of it. They're on the sprue, they're plastic, and they come with multiple head options. So I think there's basically enough on the sprue for 2 elephants and 4 different head types. So you can change them, which I think is also fantastic to see. So all in all, I was just gobsmacked by these, and they should be available in July. We don't know much more about them, what's to come, although there was a tease on the stand as well. There was a cart, sort of like a supply cart, and also some flaming pigs. You gotta love a flaming pig, almost as much as elephants, which was awesome. And also the commanders and what have you. And I would imagine, again, I don't know for certain, but I would imagine they'll use their usual model of the commanders will be sold separately. But it is what it is. But overall, I was just blown away by the standard of these models. I thought they were extraordinarily well sculpted, painted beautifully. I don't know who had painted them, but they looked amazing. And they got elephants. So yeah, really good. Very impressed. Available in July, as I say. More details, I'm sure, will come out in the coming weeks and months as we lead up to that launch. But count me excited, count me in, and here comes the Punic Wars for Dom. Yeah, I've already got 28mm ones, but neither here nor there. Anyway, I thought you might appreciate having a look at the pictures I took. It was very busy on their stand, unsurprisingly. A lot of people attracted to the stand and looking at the sculpts and the models that were there. So it was quite difficult to get pictures. I tried to get some before it opened. They unhelpfully turned the lights off when I was taking pictures, which was rather nasty of them. But anyway, whatever. But I think I've got some footage which at least gives you a taste of it. And I would imagine, don't know for certain, but I would imagine they may well be doing a free sprue on a magazine at some point soon, like they did with the last couple of ranges. I hope so, because I can't wait to get my hot little hands on these little beauties. Did I mention they got elephants? Anyway, hope you found that interesting and useful. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, share, tell your granny about it, all that kind of good stuff. Let me know in the comments whether you're excited. Are you just thinking, nah, not interested? Are you like me, a bit have a fetish on elephants? Or, you know, are you just all in with this the moment it comes through? I know so many people who are excited by this. I know it won't be for everybody, but I know so many people. Anyway, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you again soon. This is Dom, signing out. Did I mention they got elephants?